Strangers sometimes meet on trains. Bruno Antony met Guy Haines, and he knew everything about his life. He knew his career was on the rise. He knew Ann Morton was in his eyes. He knew he was about to divorce his wife. He told Guy he had a dream to implement a clever scheme. You hate your wife and I hate my old man. It's the motive that gets a killer caught, so we'll swap our murders around, old sport. You must admit it's a really wonderful plan. Crisscross, it'll work out fine. I'll do your murder, you do mine. Now when it was time to say goodbye, Bruno said these words to Guy. Now tell me, my friend, do you think my plan is good? Guy shook Bruno by the hand and he said, sure, Bruno, I think it's grand. And he walked away as fast as he ever could. Crisscross, it'll work out fine. I'll do your murder, you do mine. Miriam went to the dark fairground where all the rides were going round and round. With Bruno's hands round her neck, she couldn't even squeal. He waited for Guy and he drew him aside. He told him how his wife had died. Now you've got to fulfill your side of the deal. Crisscross, it'll work out fine. I did your murder, you do mine. You crazy fool, you must be mad. I am never gonna kill your dad. You can't back out now, said Bruno, it's just too late. If you don't do what you have to do, the police are gonna be looking for you. You had the motive and you'll have to face your fate. Crisscross, it'll work out fine. I did your murder, you do mine. Bruno had borrowed Guy's lighter on the train, and Guy forgot to get it back again. Bruno had used it to look at Miriam's face. He said, I nearly left it at the scene of the crime, but don't worry, Guy, I remembered it on time. You could be in trouble if I'd left it at that place. Crisscross, it'll work out fine. I did your murder, you do mine. Bruno knew Guy wouldn't carry it through, and Guy soon knew what Bruno would do. He'd take Guy's lighter back to the murder site. Guy had to quickly get to the fair before Bruno could plant his lighter there. So there they were at the fair in the dark of night. Crisscross, it'll work out fine. I did your murder, you do mine. Guy chased Bruno around the fairground. He followed him on to a merry-go-round. The police called to Guy and fired when he would not stop. The bullet hit the operator at the center pole. The merry-go-round went out of control. Bruno flew off and landed with Guy on top. Criss-cross, it'll work out fine. I did your murder, you must do mine. Bruno was lying there close to death. Tell the truth, said Guy, with your dying breath. Police assumed that Guy was the guilty man. Bruno sighed and gave a final gasp. Then his fingers loosened their grasp, and there was the lighter sitting in his hand. Criss-cross, it'll work out fine. If I do your murder, you should do mine. Criss-cross, it'll work out fine. If I do your murder, you must do mine.